Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we're going to start off with Euro USD. Just wanted to quickly pick up the weekly, and you can see we've got a pretty strong weekly level here at 120.188, and we did bounce off it, yes, on Friday. So the trend is still up. This, to me, it still looks like it is a wedge, and that's not going to help us, is it? Let's get the right. So that was the bottom of the wedge, and then you had, let's just ignore that first one for now. Then we had that kind of setup at the moment. So that's pretty much what we should be looking at. The trend is up on the weekly. We should be looking for opportunities to buy into this. And question is this the area that we need to pay attention to? So if we come to the 8 hour, you'll see there's roughly where our weekly wedge is. And you could actually just fine-tune that level to something like that. Or you could pick up these here. It doesn't matter which way you look at it, but basically you had a fake out to the bottom of that wedge. And normally when that happens, there is a higher probability that it's going to go the other way. Okay, so when you start forming bullish patterns like this, there's always a lower probability that it's going to continue. Rather, you're going to get a higher chance of it moving up and then getting a measured move to the upside. But anyway, that's kind of what we should be looking at. However, I am going to delete, we're going to keep the weekly, and we're going to delete those diagonals and put in a level right here. So you can see there are two areas we need to pay attention to. There they are there. So picking up these tails. So that's the zone we should be paying attention to, which is 120.623 and 120.528. So somewhere in between there is what we should be looking for. And what we're looking for is really a bounce back and another move down. So at the moment, on the lower time frame, we do have a downtrend confirmed. So you need to leave the weekly, the monthly, and the daily at the moment and focus on what we see right now. And that's kind of the structure that we're seeing. If we come to the hour, we had a bit of a solid day on Friday. Broke pretty much all the trends, broke the upside, came back to the downside. So I think for me, first level to watch, 121.88. If that holds, and we start making a high, there's an opportunity to buy into it. Take profit is going to be in this area of 120.528 and also 120.623. If we break above that, you have a validated head and shoulders here, and then you're looking for a measured move, basically the height of the structure, which will take you up into this area of 121.567. And yeah, that looks like a pretty good area as well. Anyway, so quick weekly, we are in an uptrend, and by the looks of things on the hour, it could be a reversal of the trend of the last week. So just pay attention to this. It does look like there's a setup to the long side brewing here. When we look at USD, Japanese yen, we have reached a level which I pointed out on Friday, 105.643. It does look like we've rejected it with confirmation. We are green at the moment. Trend is up at the moment on the 8 hour. So we have got a crossover here, which is indicating a bit of a pullback to be expected. But looking at the chart at the moment, we had a move up there. We did have a higher high. However, we've got diversions, and that diversions indicates a turn. We did turn on Friday, but it was pretty much a big up and big down day on Friday. So range day for me, the low of Friday is critical. We break below that, come back and retest it, then I'd be looking for a move down to 105.124. Not looking for longs here. This level to the upside is pretty strong, so I'd rather be buying off the lower end. The trend is up, so we should be looking to buy, but I think this is the area 105 to 124 that we need to look at. So this one, I think, sit on hands, rather play the Euro USD. It's a little bit more structured. British pound, Japanese yen. So we had the move, we had the consolidation, and our measured move was right here at 144.623. That has played out. So there's nothing really left to play at the moment. You can see we rallied, so it spiked and straight into a channel. And let's just get rid of all the noise. So there's my channel right over there. So it often happens where you have a solid move up and then it gradually grinds up further, normally in a channel. This channel can extend for extended period of times, but that's what we need to pay attention to. We break below the channel and out, then you've got a pullback on offer back to this area here, 144.094. This for me at the moment is wait and see. So two things can transpire. We do break to the downside, and it's a pretty small range at the moment. So it's Fibonacci, which is fairly tight right now, and you can see there's a range target down here of 144.567. So just looking at the London breakout strategy, so we'll take all the hours from midnight to when London opens, which is around 10 o'clock my time, which is GMT +2. And once London opens, and we'll see which way they break. If it breaks the upside, then you're looking at the top of the range. Breaks the downside, top of the channel. If it breaks the downside, then this channel breaks, and then we're looking for structure lower down. So it'll be 144.567, possibly even a little bit lower down one of these connections, one of these tails, or alternatively as far as 144.094. So at the moment, this is long. Looking for opportunity to buy into it. It's pretty tight at the moment, so you just have to pay attention to that during the open. Moving on to Aussie dollar, US dollar, again trended up. We had this consolidation phase forming right over here, pretty much channel, and at the moment we top of channel. So if we do start breaking higher, then I would expect us to sort of break the channel to the upside and give us a continuation of the bigger trend. Now on the hour, we were in a downtrend on the hour. You can see below the moving average pointing down. We've got a crossover now. I am now looking for structure. So the first logical bit of structure is right here at 0.76630. And we could drop a little bit lower to validate this double bottom here. There's the first leg, there's the second leg. So that's the structure at the moment. So that would come back down to 0.76475. So coming back into this area and starting to bounce off one of these levels will get me long back to the top of the channel. If that channel breaks, which basically means we break and hold the current high of today, which is right there, which is 0.76819, so we break up, come back, test it. That gives us a much wider, longer play on offer, which would basically equate to this flag breaking. Okay, so that's well worth watching. It does look like we're heading to the upside. So last week we were looking at dollar strength. This week it is looking a little bit shaky right now. Next pair is euro, British pound. So similar setup here. We've had a wedge formation, and then we had this big squirt down, and now we're coming to test the underside of the wedge. These patterns don't normally play out to the downside. Okay, this is normally a little squirt out, and then you normally fake out to the downside, break the upside, retest, and then move the upside. So be very careful of that. I think one thing that you do need to understand is we're in, on the weekly chart, we're in a zone of massive support over multiple years. So now we do have a bit of a weekly double top here brewing, but that basically means we need to come back and test this area up here and reject it, and that is 0.88611, which is relatively far from where we are right now. So for me, we're at an area where we need to be looking for a bounce. So trend is down, we're looking to sell into this, but not from a level that we are at now. So we're looking to sell higher up. So at the moment, complete confusion. There's nothing going on. Not really interested in this at all, unless we start getting back up into this area of 0.87944 and higher. So it would be all the way up to the swing low here, and the reason for that is it's lining up with moving averages as well, and more than likely Fibonacci levels. So that's 0.88056. So that's the area that I'd want to be selling off. British pound, New Zealand dollar. Just starting off on the weekly, range bar, massive pin bar last week. So, the question here is this setting up for something here? And we've got this weekly trend line that we've been holding for quite some time now. So the question is, are we breaking? And if you look at this structure here, and this is why it's on my watch chart, there is a pretty big consolidation structure, massive move down, massive trend down, and then we've been consolidating for the last couple of months. So if you come to the 8 hour and you start looking at that on the 8 hour, you can see there's my consolidation, there's my range, and we are making higher lows here. So it's low, higher low, higher low, and we are battling with 191,663. So that's a level that we definitely need to close above. So for me at the moment, it does look like we have broken through the moving averages and we're coming back to test them. And if we drop down to the hour, you can see massive move up, a bit of profit taking on Friday, consolidation down, and we are looks like we're finding support here at 194.81. So this is the area to watch. If we do start breaking above it, I'd basically be wanting to see a break and retest of this little fractal area here, 198.10. So break up, retest, and then see if we can get through this 191.219 and then ultimately through 191.663. But that would be profit taking area at the moment. So for me, looking for play back to the upside, but we need to get above this area, and that is a massive level of resistance. So for me, just wait for the trade. Stop is below the current low of today, and we're looking to basically tag 191.663. But I do suspect that that's going to break to the upside sometime this week or next week. Okay, so anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.